Welcome, everyone. I am Kira, and today we are expanding consciousness. Welcome. I am so honored and excited to be with you right now because today we're going to learn about how to tap into your soul's blueprint, the actual blueprint of that which you are, as I am, for true success. Now, what does that really mean? How is that possible? And what is your soul's blueprint? Well, stay with me because I'm going to teach you about the sacred sequence of incarnation and ascended numerology, the original system of the ancient magi that reveals your master soul code and assists you to really tap into everything that you need to truly move forward into this world. And I mean to move forward in ways that bring your heart that gift of peace, that gift of love, that gift of delight that brings us into a state of knowing. Wow. A big moment and welcome. I am so grateful that you are here. So let's kind of begin with the beginning, shall we? What does this really mean? How do you tap into your soul's blueprint? What is your soul's blueprint? Well, it all begins with what many people like to refer to as the energy of the chakras. Okay. So whether or not you believe in chakras, whether or not you know about chakras, whether you think chakras are whatever you think they are, the gift, the reality is that if we look at our spine, let's start there, right? Just look at your spine. Your spine is a conduit. It is that which supports you. It is a structure. It is a gift that holds all of the stability for us that allows us to move forward into the world. You know, years and years ago when I was a young child, in the morning at 6 a.m. when they used to turn on the TV stations and they'd play the national anthem, I grew up in the United States, they had a show. And it was this woman who would just come on for 30 minutes, no fanfare, and do yoga. And I was a very young child. I'm talking like, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I remember so much she would talk about you are as healthy as your spine. And that stuck with me my entire life. And I realized all of the nerves, all of the conduits, everything that goes through there, everything that rises. Well, the reason I'm bringing this forward for you right now is that, number one, when we move our body, we actually activate our soul's blueprint. Imagine that. Movement equals activation. Movement equals activation. So as we move, as we do gentle yoga, gentle walking, right? All of that gives us an opportunity to discover what is called as the chakras. Because the chakras are nothing more than points of energy that exist along the spine, that exist through the body. And there are frequently 7 that are discussed. However, there is an 8th. And that 8th hangs right above the head. That 8th is like the conduit, the receptacle of all this incredible energy. So why am I starting here? Why am I talking about this? Because when we connect with the energy of our spine, sit straight, stand straight, do gentle yogic practice. This is why I want to stop for a minute, make a note. This is why right now, every Friday morning live at 10 o'clock, I am honored to come to you from our beautiful yoga and dance studio here in the center of the world in the Andes Mountains, where our beloved resident yoga master, V2, guides us in an extraordinary form of movement and ignition. And all of that allows us to tap into our soul's blueprint. Because along with activating these energy centers that exist along the spine, it's the breath. The breath is the unique gift of life in this experience that we're having right now in this world of density. We can live without food, we can live without water, but breath, there it is. It's that moment of reception. It is that moment of being. And here's the key. When we activate the chakras, we have an option. We have a choice. We have opportunity. Because in this moment, right now, in this perception of reality, we have the ability to be able to stabilize those chakras into what is known as, and I'm going to put up a graphic right here for you to look at, the self-ascended chakras. And what you're gazing at is the self-ascended chakra portrait. And if you look at this, what you're seeing is starting at the very bottom, which would be the first chakra or the root center, which is found at the very base of the spine and the genital area. That is where it all begins. And normally the chakras are viewed or considered to be these orbital energies that have a radiation. They have a forward radiation and a backward radiation. So imagine if it's in your spine and it's this orb and it's going forward and it's going out. It's coming in and out, right? You have this beautiful energy. Well, imagine being able to take that energy, that orbital energy, and move it into infinite presence. That's one of the first ways we tap into our soul's blueprint, by assisting all of those chakra energies, by consciously checking in with them, working with them, and moving them into this infinite orbital experience. By doing that, we stabilize. We stabilize chakras 1, 2, and 3. Instead of them being all about safety, sex, and power, they become about the peace of knowing, the love of creation, and the joy of expansion, the joy of being. First, second, third. Our fourth chakra is our heart. And when we move that into the infinite presence, I'm going to put that graphic back up again really quickly, you can see something special and unique happens. We open up a double helix. And in opening up that double helix and opening up the double infinite presence, we initiate our high heart. And our high heart is the etheric heart, the spiritual heart, the heart that connects us, the heart that takes us beyond this realm. And in so doing, as we connect with our high heart, that becomes the foundation. Feel it like a trampoline. One of the things I enjoy doing is offering a practice. And if you bring your hands into prayer position, I'm going to sit back a little straighter for you to see this. If you put your hands in prayer position right now, okay, and I'm go to the side, you see I'm out a little bit, and try to keep those arms straight. This is the I position. Move them. That's the am position. And here is grabbing the wrists. You want to try that with me? At the heart, I am here. In doing that simple movement, I am here. Push out the hands. I am here. Smile. In the essence of I am here, we ignite the high heart, we ignite our ascended presence, and from that moment forward, what we are saying to the universe, to our body is, I am ready. I am here. I am ready. And in that readiness, we ignite the rest of our chakras to stabilize. The throat stabilizes as our truth center. I am here. I am ready. I am open. Because when we stabilize our truth center, when we allow the truth to speak, when we are in our authentic presence, everything expands. And then our third eye opens. Guide me. Our seventh chakra ignites, and we are open to receiving. And that beautiful lotus, that eighth chakra above our head, blossoms into a container. What does that mean? What is that container? Well, that container actually consists of 4 points, because remember, when we stabilize our ascended heart, I am here, we have opened up the essence of our divine galactic blueprint. Now, I'm going to put that up right now, the divine galactic blueprint. So as you are gazing at the divine galactic blueprint, what you are feeling, what you are experiencing, what you are knowing right now is your ascended presence. And in your ascended presence, what happens is that the body of form stabilizing into all of those ascended chakras, and I'm going to put up a picture right here of both of these together, stabilizing in all of those chakras ignites all of these profound energies. And learn more. Go to my website, iamkira.net. Look at self-ascension. Under there, it's all free. Learn about the Divine Galactic Blueprint. Learn about the Self-Ascended Chakra Portrait. Learn how to create miracles. Learn how to harness this energy. Because when we are able to exist in the 12-pointed ascended chakras, it is because the body of form has achieved a moment of peace. The body of form trusts you, your master, your higher self, that which is coming in. So as we have this beautiful, beautiful essence of the ascended chakras, we also have our divine galactic blueprint. These two work together. And it all begins with that eighth chakra activation because we have those 4 points. And where are those 4 points? Well, the first one's right here at the third eye. The second and third points, this is going to look kind of silly, but you can find them. If you take your wrist right here and you place it right at the top of your ear, okay, and you go out like this, you see what I'm doing? I know it looks kind of silly, but do it with me. So you have your third chakra, and then you have these 2 points that are at the middle finger. So you see that diamond it's shaping, and then it goes back up. Well, that is the crown chakra in its full exploded state, right? It's the exploded crown, it's the expanded crown. And it encompasses that eighth chakra. This is why in ancient Egypt, you saw all of the crowns that were this way, all of the energy. It was capturing this sacred space, because when we can really tap into this essence of this sacred space, it's there that we are able to call forward into this lifetime right now the utilization of our master soul code. So what's our master soul code? Right? Oh my gosh, Kara, what are you talking about? And you're going to want to come back and watch this short yet powerful video many times and really pay attention. Go to iamkara.net, learn more. There's some beautiful videos on the Divine Galactic Blueprint page that really help you feel this opening. Same thing on the Self-Ascended Chakra Portrait page, which is where we're taking those chakras of the body and moving them into a greater sense of spaciousness and receptivity and creation and magic and all those beautiful things that we get to do. And so when we activate fully, when we have our chakras standing, when we're as moving that spine, when we have that energy, when we've ignited the heart, I am here, when we have allowed the throat to be our truth and our full crown chakra to ignite, it is in that moment that you remember, that you call in a sense of, wait a minute, I am an eternal being. I am illuminated. I am able to move forward into this life experience beyond that which would seek to stop me. And in that essence, we ignite our ascended numerology. Now, someone tried to rip me off and they made something called ascension numerology. That is not this, and shame on them. It is ascended numerology. And go to my website, iamkara.com. You can learn more about it, because here's the gift. Ascended numerology is based upon the totality of that which you are. The current systems of numerology in this field of potentiality are truncated. They're the 1 to the 9. 1 to 9. Well, what about that infinite nature of yours? What about that 0? What about the totality of the 12? Ever wonder about the number 13? Well, in ascended numerology, it measures the depth. It quantifies through arithmancy, through very specific formulas that are specific to the language of your birth, because we are all unique. We all took birth in different spaces for very important reasons. So in ascended numerology, it is based upon the 13, 0 through 12. The totality of that which you are. And I'm going to pop up a chart here for a moment just so you can see it. This is actually a monthly chart that I'm showing you right now, because every month I also have a column published in the Sedona Journal of Emergence featuring the Ascended Numerology for that month. Yet it is our Ascended Numerology of the self through the sacred sequence of incarnation that brings us to the Master Soul Code. Because at the end of the day, your blueprint for success is based upon 3 very simple things. It's based upon, number 1, activating your self-ascended chakra portrait, and it's not hard to do. An Ave Saw breath will do it. Number 2, stabilizing that heart chakra, right? I am here. Stabilizing that heart chakra so that the 12 points of the Divine Galactic Blueprint ignite in harmony, working with this body of form. That's how we call in our higher presence. That's how we become the ascended being informed, right? Awareness. And number 3, by activating our master soul code. The master soul code is the sum total of your very specific sacred sequence of incarnation. And if you don't know what that is, I did a whole show on it just right here in my channel, Sacred Sequence of Incarnation. Go into Expanding Consciousness, watch it. Because through the sacred sequence of incarnation, your master soul code emerges. And your master soul code is your master soul code. It never changes. It doesn't matter what potentiality, what world you're in. In this field, how we understand the master soul code is simply through, number one, the date that we chose to take birth. Because the date that you chose to take birth demarcates this potentiality, because it's the way we track time in this specific potentiality. So if you're that comet coming in from space, I'm going to come in on this date. The second thing is the place. Because the place demarcates, number one, this planet, because this is not the only planet that you could take birth on in this potentiality. So it demarcates this planet. It demarcates physical characteristics. It demarcates the language you're going to speak, the way the brain is going to function. It demarcates so many unique characteristics. And the third piece of your master soul code is your birth name. Your birth name is your first interaction with your birth parents, because it is the number and the sequencing of the birth name that allows the other two numbers to add up to the eternal master soul code. So you got it? Self-ascended chakra portrait. Number one, you want to activate your success. You want to activate your soul's blueprint. Get that ascended chakra portrait going. Number two, get your divine galactic blueprint initiated. Bring the two together. And then number three, live your master soul code. It's not hard, and you can do it. And I would love to share more with you. Get on board. IamKira.net. Hey, get down here to 12hummingbirdsretreat.com and let's do this together and have some fun. I love you. I am honored to be with you every week. Make sure you're with me every Tuesday live at noon when these new episodes come forward, and every Friday morning, 10 a.m. if you want to join us for yoga. And if you can't be there live, make sure you catch up with the videos later on. I love you. Many blessings. And so it is.